What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Warframe video here on CR95 Games. Today I'm going to be showing you guys all the different servofish in the Orb Vallis, where to go to catch those fish, what the temperature needs to be for them, and what resources all of them drop. But the first thing you need to do is fast travel over to the business. Go to Browse Wares and you'll see the Shock Prod Fishing Spear up in the top for 500 standing. This will be available right off the bat when you get to Fortuna. Go ahead and pick that up because you're going to need that to get your fish, obviously. And then whenever you do rank up though, as you can see at the bottom here, there's the Stunna Fishing Spear. Get that really as soon as you can because it's going to send out a pulse that freezes all the other fish around it, and you'll be able to just throw your spear again and again and again and keep grabbing them out of the water without any trouble. And well, that's about it for that, guys. Now let's go check out all these fish. Some fish require a hot spot to spawn, and this is what it looks like. You see what looks like kind of blue steam coming out of the water? That indicates that there is a hot spot right there, and that will cause those fish to spawn. So the first place we're going to be looking at fish for are ponds, and this one right here that pretty much looks like a quarry is really the only pond that you need to worry about. This is really the only one you need. You're going to catch all the fish you'll ever need that come from this spot here, and the first fish we're catching is a recaster. A recaster, they only show up during the cold, they need a nearby hot spot, and they drop neural relays. This next fish is the tink. Also only shows up in ponds, only shows up in the cold, and drops dissipator coil. By the way, at the end of the video I'll have an annotation or text, whatever, that shows all the different fish names and their drops and all the other places and all that good stuff too, so stick around for that if you want to like screenshot that later or something. Our next fish right there is the Traumazon. Shows up in ponds, needs a nearby hotspot, and it drops Entoplasma. Our next pond fish is the II. It only shows up during the warmth, and it drops Roto Blades. Now we're gonna go get a Bricky, also in the pond, only shows up during the warmth, and this one drops Muon batteries. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on over to the lake. And this fish is the only fish that shows up there during the cold. It's called the Sap Caddy. You can see a few of them right there already. So this one's in that big lake in the middle of the map right beside Fortuna. It only shows up in the cold, and it drops Veneto Case. Now we're going to catch Meyer Winder. Only shows up in the lake, only shows up during warmth, and drops anoscopic sensors. Next up is the Kriller. Shows up in the lakes, only during warmth, and it drops thermal lasers. Last one for the lakes, Long Winder. It needs a hot spot, shows up during warmth, and drops Lathe Coagulant. Heading over to the caves. Try to use that archway there as a landmark to help you find the entrance to this cave as well as the mushroom forest. And so caves are going to work a little bit different from everything else. With caves, there are a lot of caves that you can fish in, but some of them you can't. The reason why is the water needs to be deep enough for fish to actually spawn there. And now there are only a few caves where hot spots happen regularly, and you can see we're up at the top of Isla's Crater or whatever it's called, directly north of Fortuna here. But this one cave right here, where I'm at right now, this one hotspots non-stop. Almost every time I come here, right when I walk in, it's already hotspotting, which is exactly what happened this time as well. And by the way, no baits are required to make fish spawn. I've caught every fish in the game without bait, but I did use bait here for the Caramote and the Synethid to make it go a little bit faster for me. Either way, our first fish is the Scrubber. All fish in caves show up at any temperature, so you don't have to worry about that. But the first one is the Scrubber, and it drops Exabrains. Next up is the Synethid. This one requires a hotspot, and it drops EcoScent analyzers. Next is the care mode. This one also requires a hotspot, and this one drops Sagan modules. Our next and final Servofish in the game on Fortuna at this moment is the Meyer Winder. It drops parallel biodes and does not require a hotspot. And that's all of them, guys. That's all our Servofish that we have in Fortuna at this moment. So, I hope this helped you guys out and you were able to, find out all your drops for all your fish and everything. In just a second here, all the text will pop up that shows you all the different fish and their drops and all that good stuff. So you can screenshot that if you want to, and you can just have it real quick on your phone, take a look at that, and you're good to go. So, there you go, guys. I hope this helped you out. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.